So, Mayor Barney, where were you born and educated?
Well, I was born in eastern Arizona in a little town called Safford, moved to Queen Creek in the winter of 1948 and have been here ever since. I went to high school. I went to grade school, of course, in Queen Creek. Trying to get ahead to the high school, I went to high school in Chandler because at the time there was no high school in Queen Creek. That was in about '62. So there was, Chandler sent a bus out here to pick us up. I had to walk or get 2 miles from my house to where the bus picked us up. And so that's what we did. And then after high school, I went to Mesa Community College and got an associate's degree, and then to ASU to get a bachelor's degree.
Cool. Well, what key life experiences or jobs have formed who you are today?
Well, I'm very limited on job experiences. I grew up on a farm and have worked on the farm all my life. We've recently just sold the farm, so really the only job I've ever had is working on the farm. But I did spend 2 years in South America on a church, LDS church mission, which gave me a perspective of what the other world lives like and how they react and do, which was a real eye-opener for a boy from the country, from Queen Creek, to see how the other parts of the world get by and live and what they do. So that was working and living on the farm and growing and seeing what the rest of the world looks like was very eye-opening to me.
So how did you become passionate and involved in our city?
Working there again on the farm when the TRW airbag plant started growing in Queen Creek, actually in Mesa on the other side of Germain Road. They have their entrance off of Germain Road, and I would have preferred it off of Pecos Road because it split our farm in two. And so we had a lot of traffic. It's hard to get across the road. And I was thinking, well, if I had gotten involved, I might have been able to do something and change the pattern of their business. But because I wasn't involved, it interfered with our farming ability. So I thought, well, I better start getting involved because as Queen Creek grows, we have a lot of family here that needs to be protected. Yeah. And then I find out I can't protect family actually because of the conflicts, but it's been a fun experience.
And why would you consider our city a great city?
You know, that question is one of my favorite questions because I love the people in Queen Creek. The people is what makes us such a great community. I don't know if it's going from our agricultural roots, but we are getting great people that move in, friendly people, people willing to help their neighbors, people willing to go out of their way, in my opinion, to do the right thing. And I think like people attract like people. And so we probably got, as far as I'm concerned, one of the greatest communities in the country, and it's all because of the people.
And what causes, projects, and activities are you involved in today, and why?
As mayor, I get involved in a variety of projects. We're involved in transportation issues. We're involved in health issues. We're involved in a lot of things that are going on in the community right now. And I was the chair of MAG, which is the whole Maricopa County. And so we've been involved in a lot of different aspects of life in the state of Arizona, life in the county. For being such a small community, we have sure got a lot of influence in a lot of different areas of Arizona and society. And right now, one of the things that we're really looking at is our Good Neighbor program that is really promoting, and because of our growth and everything, it has been a great program, and we're on our Good Neighbors in our council meetings, and that's been a fun event to do.
Well, how do you collaborate with other groups and individuals to realize your impactful work?
Kind of answered that in the last question. Got ahead of myself here. But on council, there are 7 of us, and each of us have an equal vote, and we all get out and work and do and want to know what's going on in the community and hear from our residents about what's going on and what's focusing and what we can do to improve our community. And like I said, we have a lot of influence on other committees because our council is very active in other groups, not just in Queen Creek. They're active in cities and town committees. They're active in MAG committees. They're active in committees that have to do with Pinal County. So we have a lot of influence because our council is very active about and very open about their sharing their time with our neighbors. And right now, one of the things that we're looking at is we have a police study. It's time for us to make a decision on whether to go to a municipal police department or stay with the sheriff's department. And so there is a link online that you can go online, and I've got it written down someplace if I can find it, to go online and look and comment on the Police Services Committee report. We'd love to hear from people.
And then what other creators who are focused on similar causes and projects and activities have influenced you in your life?
Probably the greatest influence on my life has been my parents. I know a lot of people say that, but my mom just passed away in April, and my dad is still with us. He's 95 years old. And having grown up in a rural community and worked on the farm, and he's been my boss for 70 years, it's kind of hard not to have him be the influence. But on the same token, there's a lot of influential people that I've associated with in Queen Creek that I grew up associating with. The Sneff family, the Ellsworth family, the Power family, the Aldecoa family, the Valenzuela family, the Powers. I could go on and on about people that I grew up with in Queen Creek that have all been good, hardworking people that have really influenced me and wanted me to be a better person, to do the best we can for the community that we live in.
And what would you recommend I do to become a future creator of our great city?
Get involved. You can get involved in lots of ways. You can come to council meetings and see what's going on and become part of the process of working in the town. You can go to school boards and be part of the school board committee. You can work with volunteer with the youth groups. There are so many ways. Just getting involved in our community, just becoming part of the solution rather than part of the problem. And it doesn't matter where you serve. Anytime you can help anybody inside the community or even outside the community, and doing a service to our residents is the way to become involved and be active in the community is always a big help.
Well, thank you so much for allowing me to do this interview.
No problem. Well, thank you for your efforts and your time and willingness to participate in the community.